Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. Excited to offer you guys, as you'll see in this video, a gorgeous 2003 GMC Sierra 1500 Z71 SLT. Absolutely gorgeous truck. It's a one-owner truck. Carfax, however, does show it as a multi-owner truck, only because the original dealer that sold it, for some reason, titled it, which usually they just reassign titles, and Carfax does not distinguish what name goes on the title. So the new car dealership titled it in their name. That counts as an owner on paper, and then the second owner, which is the first private owner, titled it, so they count it as a second owner there. And so they will show it as a two-owner. It's a one-owner truck. It'll even show the first owner owned it for the week that it was at the dealership. So now that we got that out the way, 126,000 miles. We used to sell a lot of these trucks in the previous generation. We don't anymore, just because they're impossible to find in the condition we like for them to be in. And this is one of those trucks that you just simply do not find nowadays. As nice as the exterior is, as nice as the interior is, most importantly, the rockers, the dog legs, the corner cabs, and the frame and the floor pan look brand new. I'm not sure how it was so well kept. The brake lines, as you'll see in the pictures, look new. There's still chalk markings on all of the frame sections, the bolts. The leaf springs still have the spray that's sprayed on them with the stencils. Absolutely incredible truck. Leather, beautiful, beautiful truck. So we are shooting this in 4K. If you have the ability to watch it in 4K, please do so. As nice as this truck is, it came in, we did our full paint correction service on that paint. If you're unfamiliar with paint correction, it's a very tedious process. Essentially, long story short, multiple grits of sandpaper. We take a very thin layer of the existing top layer of clear coat off. That will have little swirl marks and stuff of that nature from washing it over the years and sun fade, or not sun fade, but a little bit of dullness and all that. We take that off just like you would sand wood, and then with multiple steps of high-speed compounds, buffing pads, wool pads, different materials, bring that new clear coat top layer back to life, and the end result is as new as a paint job as you're going to get without painting it. And obviously paint correction is superior, because you don't want to paint a vehicle if you don't have to. That's a service that we provide on a majority of the vehicles that we sell, and you'll see the end result is beautiful, beautiful paint. Now, paint correction doesn't do anything to small dents, small dings, or any scratches through the clear coat to the paint. Essentially, it's just taking care of that top layer of clear coat. So please expect very minor imperfections throughout the entire truck, whether it's small paint chips or anything like that. Original front chrome grille, original chrome bumper, all in excellent condition. Headlights have no oxidation, no condensation in them, very, very clean. Hood has been protected with the hood guard, which has really preserved the fit and finish of it. Now, we shot pictures yesterday, and today we're shooting the video, and I actually did hit it with some spray wax, but you're going to see areas like this. It's pollen season. Within 10 minutes, this truck's going to be covered with pollen. So if you see little areas like that in this video, for example, right there, that's just pollen. So it's that time of the year, unfortunately. Usually these chrome strips going down the side, usually the chrome's starting to delaminate off of the plastic that it's attached to, and as you see, the chrome on both sides, absolutely perfect. I mean, the rocker panels, once again, And what you're seeing, a lot of this, you're seeing just reflections of the asphalt in that paint right there. The rocker panels are perfect. There's a ton of pictures of the undercarriage and all that on the listing on our website, davisautosports.com. Looks to be a slight little scratch right there that's been touched up. So in addition to the great mileage, the great condition, the super nice undercarriage, the service history of this truck is absolutely incredible. Dealer service since day one of ownership. We have all the records. It's up to date on all the services. Got a nice upgraded lock for your tailgate. You got hookup lights for your trailer or just auxiliary lights in general. The spare tires, brand spanking new as well. You have an area which we did not do, and I'm just in full disclosure. So I don't know if it was the previous owner that did it, but you have some touch-up areas that you can clearly see on video, and this is often the case when people touch this up. They go to Advance or wherever, and they get touch-up paint, and whether it's the pad or the brush, it's way bigger than the scratch itself. So if you look at, for example, this tiny little scratch that can probably be wet sanded out, there's a huge brush stroke of paint. Same thing here. So this area actually looks worse than it is because of how thick the brush strokes are. So if requested, we can wet sand this, take all this off, at a cost, or even sand this down, blend the paint and blend the clear if you wanted to. What I don't want to do is repair that and re-clear the whole panel, which that's the way most shops would want to do it, but to add unnecessary paint or clear to that whole panel is sort of silly. There's a good brake line there where we can burn and fade that in there as just a FYI. We like to fully disclose everything in our pictures and videos. The wheels are in really, really good condition. These wheels have a tendency to sort of corrode, although they're aluminum with the casting and everything on some parts of them. They get real funky, especially where weights have been attached to the outer ring. Corner cabs are literally like brand new. Same thing with the rocker panels. They are absolutely perfect. Beautiful, beautiful truck. We are getting a new windshield installed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 chips. New windshield is getting installed next Thursday, so that's going to be perfect with a new seal as well. So for the most part, on a recap of the exterior, you have the area I just showed you guys over there. That's the most amount of wear that you're going to find on this entire truck. And then anything as far as really small things like that have been touched up. But I mean, the sun is right there, bright as can be, shooting right down on this thing. And this is where the paint correction comes in. Usually on a dark vehicle, when the sun hits it, is where you see all the swirl marks or spider webbing, a lot of different names for it. And close up and 4K, you don't have any of that on this truck. Another thing that the paint correction does is it knocks off the factory orange peel. If you're unfamiliar with orange peel, when you look at a reflection of my hand, it's a very smooth reflection, and orange peel has little divots in it from when the clear coat is drying in the paint booth. I don't want to walk too far away, give you an example, but for you guys that know what I'm referring to with orange peel, you get it. So you get the best of both worlds, a nice flat paint, a perfect shine, and a perfect reflection, and no swirl marks. If you were to call a high-end reconditioning boutique or facility in your town, if they even have a place that can do it, and you ask for a true paint correction starting off with a 1500 or 2000 grit sandpaper, because that's the most tedious because you got to work your way all the way up. On a vehicle this size, this color, dark colors are harder to do, take more time. You're going to get quotes anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500. It took two of my guys about 4 to 5 days to do this truck. We don't add that to the cost because it doesn't cost me $3,500 to do it, so I don't add that cost. I add the internal cost plus a little bit more, but your end result's going to be a like new truck. I know I'm blabbing on, but we really like to show off our vehicles. Also, while we're out here, really nice vinyl cover. It's in really, really good condition. No tears, no rips. All the seams are perfect. No issues with this guy whatsoever. Very, very clean. No issues at all. Has all the support bars all the way around. You do have one scratch there. Once again, this is something we didn't do, but just an example. So previous owner, obviously there's the main scratches there and there, but he followed it all the way down to actually make it a little bit guy was older, I'm sure, and you know his work on a needle probably wasn't as good as it should be. Full, beautiful, authentic Line-X, no chips, no gouges. This was 100% not a work truck, obviously. All-weather floor mats, and the bed liners in incredible condition. And then up top you got all your supports. He even put towels on there, which is cool. So this just unlocks and then just tri-folds all the way back. So got a little divider here that is just sitting inside the grooves right there, nice and tight. Same thing there. However, if you lift it up in the center, it's going to go in much easier in and out. If you just obviously geometry lift it up one side, it's pivoting the other side, so it's not going to be as hard as I just showed you guys. So we'll move into the interior, then I'll show you the engine bay. And quick note on this interior, we are replacing the driver's seat, that whole lower panel we are replacing. We are a restoration facility by nature. We have an upholstery department, so that's going to be all brand new, same material, same match, and look absolutely perfect. We're not going to be able to get that done for about a week and a half with our current production load that we have going on, but I did want to get this online prior to that. So driver door panel, literally no issues, perfect condition all the way around. Non-smoker. This thing was extremely clean. My reconditioning department spent maybe 30 minutes on the inside to get it to what you see today. Usually we spend hours and hours on some of the interiors, if not a couple days. This back seat is literally perfect. There's zero imperfections. There's no wear marks. There's no defects. It was probably rarely sat in. All the seat belts are all brand new looking. I'm sure it was rarely used. Back side of the seat is perfect. I'll scan all the carpet. It too is perfect. Back seats have never had stuff in the storage compartments making them loose, which is a pet peeve of mine, and I'm sure other people. We've actually had nice vehicles in where, you know, over the years people store stuff in here and it looks all funky, where I've had my upholstery department redo them. So once again, seat belts super clean. Back side of this seat is perfect. And honestly, for this year truck, the way these bolsters are nice and high, these are usually far worse considering it's a 20-year-old truck. But like I said, we're replacing this entire section right here. It's all going to be brand spanking new. SLT, so loaded up Bose system, steering wheel controls, power seats, obviously 4-wheel drive. The dash is in perfect condition. OnStar. Truck's never been smoked in. All the books and manuals are in the glove box. Passenger door panel, perfect condition. Carpets, same thing. And as a reminder, we do have the rubber floor mats in the back as shown earlier. Headliner is literally 100% perfect. Grab handles are perfect. Lights work. No stains, no odors, no nothing. Make sure with the Steadicam, it's very hard. It's about 1.5 feet high, so it's very difficult for me to get on the ground and shoot upright. But this undercarriage is equally as impressive as the rest of the truck. We didn't spray anything on it. The previous owner didn't spray anything on it. It's all original. The floor pans are literally 100% perfect. There's not even premature like surface rust on them. All the suspension components still have like the stickers, the markings, it's one of the nicest undercarriages for one of these trucks that are sort of known to have rust issues. It's extremely clean. Very clean engine compartment and engine bay. I mean, just all the lines, everything's just super clean, well kept. Manifolds, just due to their material, they all look like that. But look at the body mounts, those are usually eaten up with rust. Top parts of the frames are usually eaten up. I mean, very, very clean. All your lines are in great condition. I've had these trucks in with well over 300,000 miles. I'm sure if you guys are looking at these trucks, you're very familiar with what they are. Everything has been tested in the truck, from AC, power windows, locks, steering wheel controls. Everything works exactly as they should. Cigarette lighter has never been used, so she's an absolutely beautiful truck. Make sure, once again, go to our website, davisautosports.com, so you can check out all of the service records. This thing's been dealer serviced and has received every single recommended service from day one. So sometimes with shooting video footage, as it takes multiple clips per second, sometimes some of the lighting inside of these trucks will look like it's blinking on video, but in person it's not doing that. So it may be doing that for you guys, not sure. All the buttons on the steering wheel we are turning right now, that's why the wheel is turned like that. They're all in perfect condition. No wear marks anywhere on them. So this truck is getting ready to get ran through our service department. Upon me initially driving it, I could tell everything was good to go, but we'll fine tune and check over all the little things. Obviously, oil gauge is infamous in these for either reading very high like that or very low, usually just a sensor type of thing. So of course we'll run it through the shop and get all those little things ironed out. We actually have a 03 Tahoe in right now, same gauge cluster setup, and it's got similar issues. So that's just the GM thing. If you own these trucks, you know what I'm talking about. Truck drives literally perfect, no issues. Track's completely straight, no driveline noises or vibrations. Very smooth all the way around. go ahead and make a U-turn up here, and as I turn around, I'm going to do a hard acceleration to go through all the gears, just to show you that the engine and transmission function as they should. Full turn of the wheel, no issues with any of the power steering components. We got a clear shot, so we'll do about a 95% acceleration. Very, very smooth. Well, thanks for viewing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us at 855-955-3377. If you are viewing this on YouTube, we are shooting this the end of March of 2023. Trucks like this don't typically last too long, so if you're watching this beyond the first half or towards the end of April of 2023, it's most likely going to be sold. So the phone number I just mentioned, before calling to see if it's available, just go to our website, davisautosports.com. That way you'll get the price, additional pictures of the undercarriage, the VIN number, Carfax report, all that good stuff. Once again, thanks for viewing and have a good day.